There's the pairings.
Warm.
Tell me, Nigel, who's
We've gone to Buenos Aires,
Argentina?
Argentina.
Fernando Peralta. He's
Yeah.
playing white against the leader, Evan Lamy.
Yeah, and we got a big clash on the second board again.
I hope that Evan will forgive us for watching.
Yeah, let's
second
go to the second table. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's Shakhriyar Mamedyarov against Alexei Shirov. That's a heavyweight encounter.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a prearranged draw. That will be blood on the board.
Yeah. No fire on board.
Oh, well, fire on the board on one side.
And blood on
Yeah. So two very creative players.
Yeah, the well-known Latvian arsonist Alexei Shirov.
Exactly. Yeah, well known for his books, Fire on Board.
One?
And two.
And two. It wasn't called One because he hadn't written the
No,
two.
Fire on Board, and then he bought a new board and set fire to it again.
Yeah.
And Shakhriyar Mamedyarov, who, well, if we're talking about the Rabat Blitz in Sochi, that was won by Mamedyarov. It was a close race with Alexander Grishchuk, another Blitz devil.
Yeah.
And it was really beautiful to see. I mean, they had this close fight, and in the end, Mamedyarov prevailed, and they hugged like
really?
like two big
Oh,
champions.
that's great. That's great. We like that.
Yeah.
Touching.
Grandmasters touching each other. So we're going to watch this one, Mamedyarov against Shirov. An important game for Shirov in the first place.
Absolutely.
I mean,
if he wins this, he is back in business. If he loses, I wouldn't say he's gone, but he'll have an awful lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, and it will also affect his morale. I mean, it will definitely not boost his confidence.
Yeah.
So
his morale and not his morals.
No. We're not going to talk about morals here.
No.
So they're ready, and
so how do you cope with fire on board? You need an anti-phlogistic response, don't you?
that's what I would suggest.
Yeah. You get your fire extinguisher out. Your foam. And
let's see if there's some fire on board. I mean, it's
could be a tedious draw.
yeah. Well, it's the funny thing. I mean, Alexei, he's played so many inspired games and so many fantastically creative games.
Yeah.
The other day, I happened to run into this game he played against Kramnik in Linar's 94 or something. It's Rookie 4, you remember?
Ah, yes.
The beautiful Rookie 4.
Again.
And then you look at it. And you think, how beautiful can chess be?
Yeah, very beautiful indeed.
Yeah.
So did we mention the other pairings? Board 3, Sergei Fedorchuk
against Luki van
7.5. Luke van Wely is in clear third place. Mm-hmm. So an excellent situation.
Yeah, and
we're underway.
Yes. So let's. Did you put it on one?
I thought I did. I've got.
Yeah, we're moving.
Yeah.
So.
We're very slow.
So maybe you didn't put it back on.
Let me just try again. Sorry about this. I was pretty sure I'd done this correctly. Do I click on that?
Yep. And now it should be there. Oh, is this? Yeah. So here we are. A Slav.
Yeah.
And
Queen C2, it's a sort of side variation. It's not a bad variation. Recommended by a friend of mine. And it's quite good in this type of event to play slightly offbeat lines. I mean, it's not that unknown, actually. But Mamedyarov, yet again, he's gone for the challenging. He's gone for the castling queenside, which is risky.
Yeah, hoping to get something on the G file, but there may be other things on the queen side.
Yeah.
It's,
I once won a game against Mamedyarov in about 25 moves when he just cast queenside and got mated.
got run over.
So, you know, you can sometimes win spectacularly doing things like this, but then other times not.
But that's the good. I mean, these two guys, they're ready to take risks, and well, what more can we hope for?
I don't know. So I had done it correctly. Somehow it's not updating.
It's just some general internet issues because the live stream is also lagging.
Okay. So maybe we should switch to the camera.
Can we get closer on the camera or not?
We have a slight technical problem now.
Yeah, just need to adjust that. Okay, I can actually see what's going on. And they're going for an exchange which position is maybe a fraction better for... he's just dropped a pawn. Actually, Shirov shook his head. Did you notice that? He picks up his king, and then he saw immediately he just dropped material. And now he's scratching his head, and that is...
But it is touch move. Right?
It is touch move, yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, rook takes pawn is... Yeah. So Mamedyarov has a clear advantage, always gone for this endgame, which is very, very interesting, with great confidence. He shouldn't be able to hold such a position, in my opinion.
But still, he pins his hopes on this.
He's pinned, yeah, because he didn't think he had any other choice. Maybe he can erect a blockade. You know, there are certain guys like I think A4, A5 should be maybe the way to do it, or A4 at least, and then maybe King C4. Yes, and then B5 and A5 should be the way to go forward. It's an interesting question whether Shirov can play B5 check now, and now King B4 and A5, King B6, King B4. This cannot hold, can it?
So that's an unpleasant situation Alexei Shirov finds himself in. In a game that he definitely didn't want to lose. Maybe that accounts for his slightly cautious approach, but
cautious.
If you drop a pawn, then you get yourself.
Yeah. It's not easy for H4. He's covering the G5 square. That's actually the point of this move. Shirov has played. Well, he's pinning hopes on his H pawn being very, very dangerous. And it's no H6 is possible. This is H6 and knight G7. Oh my God, that cannot work. Just take it.
He wants to have some fire on board.
No, that cannot work. That cannot work. That's no. This cannot possibly work. Yeah, no, I think it's just gone. And he's going to win in a very trivial manner. He's just going to push his
So what was
pawn.
his idea? I mean,
I'm not sure what his idea was. B7 is going to... Now he's going right in, and he's going to try and queen this pawn. King and pawn together. Oh, we've suddenly got the moves back. For some reason we're a bit behind, but
okay, so this...
no, this is totally gone, because in fact, that's it. He can queen a pawn on the other side of the board. G5 is a threat as well, so it was too much. So it's a serious blunder. I mean, just a sort of collapse of energy. Really, that's
a weak game. Maybe it's an energy question. Could very well be. I mean, he had to get up early, probably much earlier than he normally does. Then play 11 rounds.
Yeah. So let's see what's happening to
the leader.
The leader.
And
it looks pretty
drawish. Yeah?
Pretty drawish, I would say. We got some more moves suddenly.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has any ambition to go for more.
Well, it's a question of now whether. Oh, some interesting stuff. Yeah.
He has a slight time advantage and a very tiny edge.
It's a tiny edge, but it's. It's going to be a draw. It's going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Draw.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Tablas.
So another draw for Erwin Lamy. His third.
Remy.
Remy.
So what does that? That means that at the halfway stage,
there's two people there.
Two people.
Shirov Mamedyarov and Erwin Lamy. They are sharing the lead.
Yeah, and let's look what happened to Lukey. Was a draw.
A draw. Okay. So he was.
Yeah. So Luke is going to be a bit off the pace. He's going to be a point and a half off the off the pace.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So in any case, we have three favorites are leading. I mean, three of the handful of favorites that we have, showing their special class here. And probably the biggest surprise among them is Erwin, that he's so consistent.
Yep.
And Shakhriyar, apart from one weak moment, has shown his class and just scored a very important win against Alexei Shirov, who must be disappointed at this point.
Of course.
Things are not going his way. And we see two Dutchmen laughing there. They're doing fine. They're in the race. And they can enjoy
lunch, which is exactly what we're going to do in any moment.
Yeah, so we see several people there with lunch written all over their face. And why not?
Yeah.
So,
what did you have for breakfast?
Boiled egg.
Boiled egg. Yeah, was that?
So it's time for lunch. So this will be a 1 hour break, and then we'll be back for the second half of the Rabat 2015 Blitz marathon. So I think we'll see many more decisive games later.
I think so, actually. I mean, it's one of those events where you start off with a few rounds, and the few rounds there's some very one-sided encounters, and then the big guys face off against each other, and I think we'll see some very heavy scoring towards the end, because you've got the list there, and let me just peruse it for a minute. We have only a dozen players over 2,400. You know, we have some really strong guys. Only a dozen over 2,400, and in fact, only another 3 or 4 over 2,300, and then you're really down. And those people, I'd be utterly amazed if they're able to compete at all on
the sensation will come from strong players dropping unexpected half points or points towards players that they normally should beat all the time. So, but okay, there will still be some grandmaster clashes, and we'll see what the race between Evan Lamy, Shahryar Mamedyarov, and Luc van Wely, what it will bring. So join us after lunch. We'll be away for an hour, and then I'll be back for the second half of the 2015 Rabat Blitz Marathon.